Good morning, Dwight. Good morning, Chester. Alan Johnson.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah, I know you mentioned that the country may not be for sale. Are you sure it's leadership, is it?
Well,
we can welcome you to Grand Bahama. Would make Grand Bahama has enough to hold most of the problems since they're not vaccinated. You know, Grand Bahama could hold easily 500,000 people, so just put all unvaccinated people in Grand Bahama.
all the unvaccinated. Okay.
Yeah, you can make our own economy. But one of the things
Can we rule ourselves with our own laws and do our own
absolutely
thing? Yeah, that sounds
the
good.
Creek Agreement already give us that authority. That's why you're saying we don't need a competent authority.
Nice.
But what happens is just when you speak of the competent authority, right? You know, remember it was said that the competent authority was a group of individuals rather than the prime minister. And notice I said not to be true. So one simply has to do is go ask the nurses. I've asked the Guardian and others to simply ask them to give a list. Each time an oral consultation happens, there should be some people signing off on it. And simply they could do is provide proof of the competent authorities that make up the competent authority. And you'll probably see there is none. And that's why when you see the emasculation of men and women in the cabinet, as well as doctors and nurses and everything else, because we have heard them contradict each other over and over again, which brings us to the fact that no decisions made in this country is made based on a data-centric type environment. It's simply from the seat of their pants. Mm-hmm. Now, but just let me say one thing, though, Dwight. I want you to pay attention to this. Do you know the world makes decisions on us using data? Right. Let me give you an example, right? Because data is something I do, and I do for clients. We do deep searches on individuals. If they was to put Dwight in charge of digitization of the Bahamas, the first thing those multi-billion, trillion-dollar companies like Facebook and Google and Amazon and the rest of them will do when they hear you talk about digitizing, they will do a deep search on you, right? They even ask from me on occasion, I'm sure they do also on others, is what books you read, what websites you read, what journals you read, what articles you read. They actually have a score on your digital competence for the position that you are seeking to hold. And then upon reading it and find out that you don't even read any of those different things in spite of being in charge of digitization, transformation, and innovation, they go, well, this person is not serious. And so when we make announcement and pronouncement about what we're going to do, the world is using data to verify our competence and capability of achieving it. And when they don't, this is why we keep wondering, well, if we make all of these grand announcements, why isn't the world knocking on the door? Because they looking at you. You know, I know you may not have kids twice, but you know when you look at kids and they're sitting in there pretending dressed up, pretending house, pretending cooking, pretending everything, the world knows that we're pretending. We don't know we're pretending. And so this is the problem we have when we don't put data in the front of what we do or put people as capable. This is why, Dwight, listen carefully. The government of Bahamas make information and transformation announcement that the government departments are finally have landing pages. The government department is finally taking online credit card, 30-year-old technology, and the news carries it as if though it's major accomplishment. You know, remember they said 99.5% of businesses in the Bahamas have not used advanced technology. We're the one in the cave. We don't realize that the world also knows that we're in the cave. And so until we actually stop pretending, we will not make progress. The world is moving at an advance of a year every month technologically. But we are talking about the same thing over and over again. It's almost like this internal loop.
Yeah.
And so we just need to wake up. Thank you so much, Dwight.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.